little bit since I've done a video. I'm going to try to get better about being more on schedule. But I've had a lot going on. I'm having to prepare for surgery. I'm having to make arrangements around the home, all of that. So I haven't really had time to dedicate to this like I would want to. But in the recent week or so, I've been having some interesting conversations with different individuals across various social media sites. And I'm getting into a really hot topic discussion, and I felt it was really important to speak up about it, because it is something that is really important for others to understand, and that is that mental illness, such as bipolar, is not something that can be cured. And the reason I feel that this is a hot topic is because I have several individuals who I've gotten into various disputes with who are saying that no, it can be cured. Understand, a cure means that I never have to take medication again. And unfortunately, that's not so true, because I do have to take my medication. Yes, I've been able to maintain almost a perfect record of medication for 11 years now. And because of that, I may seem semi-normal, but the truth is I operate in what's called a hypomanic state at all times. I'm not cured, I'm not normal. And the day that I quit taking my medication begins a countdown to where I will begin reverting back to my previous personality. And I say this because during this 11-year time period, there was a time in 2016, 2017, when the orthomolecular physicians I work with were unable to get my prescriptions to me on time, and as a result, I lapsed into a mania. And it was almost like I never stopped. It was not something that was gradual. It kind of came on overnight, or at least to me. Those around me said they started seeing symptoms as early as 2 weeks after I hadn't had medication, but prior to that, it'd been so long since I'd had a mania, I didn't recognize the symptoms. And that tells me I'm not cured, because if I was cured, then, let's be honest, I would not have lapsed that quickly. But I did lapse, so that tells me no, I maintain, I treat, I follow a strict regimen, a strict schedule, everything, but it does not allow me to say I'm cured, because the day I go off of it, I begin reverting, I begin shifting. So I really think that one of the major challenges we face, especially individuals battling any type of mental illness, is helping others understand that it is something that we have to live with. It's not temporary. It's not just something we can put up on a shelf and forget about. It's not something that you can give me a magic pill and it's all gone. Because no matter what prescription you give me, what approach I take, if I stop, I revert, meaning no cure. It is only treatment and maintenance. And I think individuals really need to realize that it's important to understand when you're talking to individuals with mental illnesses, such as bipolar, that we do see things differently. We do respond to situations differently. We have triggers that might create some type of negative response that we don't really want. And these triggers can occur even on the best regimen that we have ever had success on. It's something that is inherent to us, because these triggers are where everything began. And I feel that people are losing sight, because we hear so many things about mental illness, media, commercials, everything else, that people are losing sight of the realization that there is truly very limited understanding by individuals who do not experience some form of mental illness, and as a result, they tend to tell those individuals, such as myself, who have mental illness, that we need to remain silent about it, not talk about it. It's seen as a weakness or as a fault. It's something we should find shame in, and that's far from the truth. Because for individuals who fight mental illness, it's a daily, hourly, minutely battle. It's not something that just comes and goes. We are constantly in that battle. And to have to fight a battle continuously requires more strength than most could ever understand. So when you're dealing with family members or friends who are struggling with mental illness, Do not try to downplay it. Do not try to say, oh, just snap out of it. We can't. If we could snap out of it, we would, I assure you. So understand there's certain things you can't do because it is a trigger. And like I said, I have plenty of triggers. I know my triggers. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to avoid, and that's life. But I also understand that I'm not cured. I'm treated. I'm maintained. I have to maintain everything I do on a stringent schedule. I sit down every 2 weeks and spend about an hour and a half breaking down my medication for 2 weeks. And I carry a large container, and that is broke down for every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and also at night, because I take medication 4 times a day. Most of the nights are for sleeping, and understand, yes, I'm on a treatment program, but it doesn't mean that I sleep well. I really don't. I can function still on 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, or even less. I've had recent instances where I've had to go an hour or 2 for sleep, and I'm fine. That's not quite normal, but for me it is. So I want to really start drawing attention to the fact that we really need to begin looking at how to get individuals to open up and discuss their battles with mental illness, or to find groups where they feel comfortable communicating their struggles. Because I'm sorry, I can sit here and talk to you until I'm blue in the face, but if you do not understand what I live with bipolar or some of my other disorders, then there's no way that you can really understand me. And it's very uncomfortable at times to try to bring those words into a clear flow. And that's why I tell people also, if you have family members and stuff, just because they don't have the disorder, yes, it can be difficult to explain, but try to find words to help them understand. Because until we can give a voice to individuals who struggle with mental illness, it's not going to change. We're all going to struggle. We're all going to attempt to hide something that we're battling, and that is not good for our path to healing, our maintenance, our treatment. It can't be done. So that's the thought I really wanted to leave everyone with today. Remember, if your friends, family, somebody on social media, anyone that you're speaking with who is dealing with mental illness, understand they cannot be cured. They can be treated, they can be maintained, but not cured from whatever mental illness they're battling with. It's part of their life, it's part of their personality, and that's who they're always going to be. So just try to show more understanding and support in that area. And if someone begins opening up to you about their struggles, do not try to downplay. Do not try to say, oh, it's just you. No, try to open up your mind. Try to understand, because their ability to come to you may be the most valuable experience they have. Just like if you are someone struggling with mental illness, do not be afraid to speak up about it, because it's very possible that you're speaking with someone who's in a similar situation, and you may be able to find the support you need to become successful at maintaining your life or treating your life, or you may find a solution that works for you. So bear that in mind, and let's hope everyone has an amazing weekend. Thank you, and I look forward to speaking again.